welcome to Children's Church. It is our summer unit and it is hot outside. In this lesson, we will be learning how God used regular people to show His power and to help them. Let's learn more about our powerful God. Now Alex is going to give you some guidelines and tips for Children's Church.
Guys, here's some tips to help you with service today. Tip number 1. Listen and pay attention until the end. Tip number 2. Sing and participate in each activity. Tip number 3. Try to remember the key verse from today. See you later.
One, two, three, Jesus is alive. 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. He died for you and me, but on day 3, Jesus rose again. Jesus is alive. 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. He died for you and me, but on day 3, Jesus rose again. Jesus is alive. God loved the world, so He gave His Son. Jesus is our friend. He loves everyone. God loved the world, so He gave His Son. Jesus is our friend. He loves everyone. We sing 1, 2, 3. Jesus is alive. 1, 2, 3. Jesus is alive. He died for you and me, but on day 3, Jesus rose again. Jesus is alive. God loved the world, so He gave His Son. Jesus is our friend. He loves everyone. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. He died for you and me, but on day 3, Jesus rose again. Jesus is alive. Jesus rose again. Jesus is alive. Jesus rose again. My Jesus is alive. My God is strong. He'll do anything big or small. Nothing is impossible for a super wonderful God. Every day I can know God is always there for me and my family. Every day I can know greater is the one who lives inside me. Super big, super strong, super wonderful God. Super big, super strong, super wonderful God.
Would you like me to read you the key verse for today?
Sure.
You can find it in Matthew 5:44.
Got it.
But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. Matthew 5:44.
Do you want me to read you the story?
Sure.
When Saul learned that David had spared his life a second time, he promised to abandon his efforts to kill David. Saul's response demonstrated his inner turmoil at many moments such as this. Saul had made similar promises, but then had hardened his heart and resumed his pursuit of David. In the story of Saul and David, we are shown four different ways of dealing with enemies. Saul pursued and deceived, seeking to kill. David consistently showed mercy and unwillingness to harm his enemy. David is a good example of what Jesus does. Jesus loved even the people who nailed him to the cross. As we seek to be like him, we will be able to love and pray even for those who aren't as lovable.
Hey guys, welcome back to Get Fit with God, where we exercise to make your heart stronger and healthier.
Just like we can exercise to make our hearts and bodies stronger, we can also exercise to make our hearts and faith stronger by reading the Bible, studying the Bible, and more.
Today's exercise is Heisman. This works cardio, which is your heart, also your core and your legs.
I'll be demonstrating. So what you're going to do is you're going to brace, and then you're going to crunch, then you're going to race this side, and you're going to crunch. We'll be doing 5 of these. I don't think there is a modification for it. Well, you can do it slowly and not so high knees. And when you crunch, you can just crunch a little. So yeah, we're going to do 5 of these
on each leg.
Let's start.
1, That's it for today.
We'll see you next time on Get Fit with God.
It's Bridge Kids Story Time! Hello, Bridge of Hope. I'm Brielle Lamb, and welcome to another episode of Bridge Kids Story Time. Today's story is David Spares Saul's Life. Today's story can be found in 1 Samuel chapter 26, verses 5 through 25. And now for our cast. David, King Saul, Abishai. Now for our story. David was still traveling the countryside with a group of loyal soldiers roaming to avoid being captured by King Saul. There was a time David's men urged him to take the opportunity to kill King Saul, but David refused, even though Saul had been trying to capture David. But one night, David and one of his soldiers, Abishai, sneaked into Saul's camp and spy on his army. Abishai was protective of David and was ready to kill King Saul. David refused again to take Saul's life. David believed that everything would happen according to God's timing, and he refused to kill Saul because he was also at the time anointed by God to be a king. When Saul discovered David had spared his life for the second time, he promised David that he would stop trying to harm him. David demonstrated the mercy that God wants us to show to our enemies, no matter how they treat us.
And that was
welcome to Bridge of Hope Craft Corner. I'm Miss Erin, and today the craft we're making is to remind us that we are to love even our enemies. I know that sounds crazy and hard to do, and it is. But Jesus gives us the strength because he loved everyone, even those who wanted to kill him, even those who talked about him behind his back and betrayed his trust. He still loved them and loves us enough that he died on a cross. The craft we're making today is super cute, and it's just a little something as a reminder that we are to love everyone, even our enemies. The items you will need to make your craft today are red acrylic paint, a little lid from a container that you're just going to throw away, a couple of stones, or you can do one because it might be hard to find, or two. You just need a stone that is flat on the top and the bottom, preferably so that it can lay down on the table, a fine point Sharpie, and then a wet paper towel. So let's dive right in. Take your thumb and get some acrylic paint on your thumb. All right, we're gonna make a heart. Get a little more. And then you can bring it together at the bottom. So we've got a little heart, you see? I'm gonna make another one, and then I'll wipe my fingers off. All right, we've got another heart. We're gonna let those dry, and I'll come back in a little while when they're dry to show you how to finish up the rest of the craft. Once your hearts are dry, this is when your fine point Sharpie comes in. So make little arms and legs, give it a face and a big smile. All right, let me show you mine. Can you see it? It's a little happy love person. This little rock serves as a reminder that even when it's hard to love someone, we are called to love them anyway, just like Jesus did, just like Jesus does for all of us. Even when we do bad things, he still loves us. Well, if you make this craft, I'd love to see your little hearts. Share it on social media with the hashtag #BOHCraftCorner. See you next week.
the darkness into your light. My heart surrenders to your design. You gave me purpose, so I give my life. I'm giving you all of me.